Sustainability of Our Future and Community by Jaden Lee. Featuring the house, the lake and the dam. This is the overhead view of the house dam power system. This project will collect power from the dam that I have bought. It costed around $3 million and the lake was given to me for charity reasons. The land is green, so it's fresh land that's never been touched by humans until I took over the property. My dam that will power my small home will take information from Hasib Jamal's article on building small dams. For further information on the way the dam works, look at his article. Chapter 1: The dam powers everything. My project revolves around the dam working. This will keep my home powered, but my home will also have backup power sources such as solar panels, a treadmill that brings power to the home while you run, but this isn't my focus for getting power. The small dam will do all of that work. Mostly the backup stuff on the home is just for a what-if scenario which I will be prepared for, but the home will be touched on soon. My small dam will be able to put out 100 kilowatts, which will be more than enough power for my small home. The dam will be 3 meters high and was built during a dry season, and my dam is built on a tributary. Using a free app on my phone, I decided to show a very small lake, river and dam. This is not how big it would be in real life. My lake I'm building on can be compared to Benxi Lake in China with a tributary. Maintenance of the dam. My dam's maintenance will include the cleaning of debris that may cause decreased performance of spillways and conduits. Checking on conduits will be helpful to identifying dangerous conditions at my dam. I will check on my dam every week, especially after heavy rainfalls, and remove any litter, debris or leaves from the upstream side of my dam. The 3 E's of sustainability are environment, economy and social equity. My dam fits in economy. It will improve the economies by boosting people's creativity who come visit my property by showing them what they can do with around $10 million in their bank accounts. Using my template of the dam, house and lake, they can do something exactly like mine or entirely different. Taking some ideas from my house, the cost of the small dam, house and lake should be around $5 million for everything besides the lake that was gifted to me for charity reasons. While the dam, house and lake is very expensive, it's very worthwhile, allowing you to create your own energy, be self-sustainable and save as much money as possible. Now I want to show a video of how dams work. This is exactly how mine will work, just smaller in size. The video is by BC Hydro and is called How a Dam Works.
Hydroelectric energy, you need 2 things: an abundant supply of water and an elevation to drop it from. Building a dam creates both. The dam creates a reservoir which stores water until it's ready to use. Water enters the generating system through a series of giant intake pipes. It then travels down a steep pipe called a penstock, creating a massive column of water with a huge amount of force. At the base of the penstock, the water passes through a turbine. The giant blades rotate the drive shaft in the turbine, which is connected to a large generator. This converts the mechanical energy into electricity. The electricity travels along high-voltage wires to transformers, then onto transmission towers, where it connects into the provincial power grid. After passing through the turbine, the water continues through the tail race, where it rejoins the river below. A hydroelectric dam is a remarkably simple, sustainable, and clean way to generate huge amounts of power.
This is exactly how my dam will work, just on a smaller scale. Now we will move on to the house, but the recap of my dam is it's the main power source of my home. It's 3 meters high and it will be maintained every week, especially after heavy rainfall. Now on to the house. Chapter 2: The house. First let's look at the layout of my house, the size, and then we'll take a look at everything on the free game I downloaded on the App Store. First let's start with the workout room. The room will include the treadmill that can produce 200 watts an hour. This will be good if you want to do an hour of cardio. The room also includes a nice window view. This is all the workout room has to offer. Next we'll talk about the kitchen. There's not too much to explain on this part, is everything a kitchen should be with. Reclaimed wood cabinets and counters. It also includes a fish tank. Now the next room, the living area in bath area, include a bathtub in the living area, which includes a fireplace, a bed and couch. Chapter 3: The home. So we'll take a look at the home, the materials used to build it, and the solar panels. I'm not an architect, so don't expect it to be pretty. This is just to give you guys a basic understanding of the home so you can see the solar panels on the roof as we look around, then we will go inside. I will be using these Tesla solar panels on my roof. They are 325 watts, as I said before. I get my main power from my dam. This is just a what-if type of thing. I will tell you what insulation I used after I'm done showing off the house. I didn't know how to build a bath in this game, but imagine a bath in the living area. The windows are reclaimed windows, and the wooden floors and house is reclaimed also. Here's the treadmill. I was gonna make a bath there, but realized it would just be better to imagine the bath there. Now for the insulation part of things, I chose to use cellulose insulation. This insulation costs around $874 but can range to $1,244. Since I have a huge budget, it was easy to buy them. The lifespan can range from 20 to 30 years. And the thickness is 3.5 per inch, and the insulation is safe. An article from DrEnergySaver.com from Mark Tannenbaum says, in fact, many professionals consider cellulose to be more fire-safe than fiberglass. This claim rests on the fact that cellulose fibers are more tightly packed, effectively choking wall cavities of combustion air, preventing the spread of fire through framing cavities. Now here is a video on installing cellulose insulation.
And it's going to push it out through the hose up there. So we keep loading it up and we keep driving it in. Before you know it, we'll have plenty of insulation up there.
And how about this? Does this meet with your approval, Tommy?
Yep, that's cellulose insulation. It's recycled newspaper and paper, ground up and treated with borate, so it has a fire retardant and an insecticide in it and has a great R factor.
All right, what do you want me?
All right, why don't you load the machine? Frank and I will go up and start blowing it in, and we'll try to get about 12 inches, which will give us around an R45.
Sounds good.
All right, so what I did is I took the hose and I put a stick on the end of it. Okay. That will allow us to reach in there, way in, and direct the hose around the perimeter, because we'll start tight against the eaves and work our way in, gradually filling it up. All right, Kevin, fire it up. Going in there really good. Fill all those voids. You can see the studs right there. We're blowing it right down there, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
You know, the more insulation we get in there, the more money you're going to save on your heating and cooling bill.
Great.
My high-level goals for this project was to build a home by a lake with off-grid power so I could save as much money as possible and have my own lake. Let me explain what off-grid power is. I'll be reading from part of an article on off-grid power, from Victor Hill, on UtilityDive.com. Going off-grid refers to relying on a system that generates and uses electricity to run all appliances at home or business. For a system to be truly off the grid, there should be absolutely no connection with it. Cost: if you live too far from the grid, living off-grid makes economic sense. My lake will be private, but visitors would be allowed in if they booked a viewing of my property. But in the end, with my billion-dollar budget and charity-given lake, I did exactly what I wanted to do. This is my own land given to me by the government. They only ask for $100 for everything while I pay for the maintenance of the dam. They have granted me basically my own country, which is the lake. I take rule over everything, so I don't pay to anyone besides the $100 to the government as a donation basically from my part. The materials are flown in from local companies outside of the lake who have the best deals on the materials I need. It could be Home Depot one day and somewhere else the other. My long-term goals will be to build houses around the lake and allow people to stay in them for more income to me. So as a recap, we talked about my dam, the size and how it would work. Then we talked about my house, the materials, backup powers and insulation.
Food, clothing, shelter, the three basic needs. But whether your shelter is a tin shack or a
house, lake, dam,
the roof over your head has a...
Hope everyone enjoyed the video and took some inspiration from it. The end.